The United States is under pressure to help calm the recent violence in the Middle East. Secretary of State John Kerry plans to visit the region soon to meet separately with both Israeli and Palestinian leaders.
Knife attacks have targeted both troops and civilians, and nearly 40 people have been killed on both sides. We're joined now by Riccardo Fabiani in London. He's a senior Middle East analyst with the Eurasia Group. Fabiani, tell us, the tension between Israel and Palestine is nothing new, but what's the reasoning behind this surge in street violence?
The situation around the Temple Mount area in Jerusalem has become a rallying point for Palestinians. There is a growing sense of frustration among Palestinians because of the stalemate in the peace process, and most importantly because they don't really see any hope in the future, any possibility of change going forward. So the attempts by certain right-wingers in Israel to change the status quo at the Temple Mount has become a rallying point for many Palestinians, an opportunity to express their frustration, their anger at this situation, and basically to say and to state openly that they reject this situation. They want things to change, although they don't really have a clear agenda or a clear plan to achieve this.
Given what you just said, how much of a concern is it that this violence will continue to escalate?
I think there is a possibility that there might be an escalation going forward. It will all depend on how the Israeli authorities and the Palestinian authorities manage the current wave of violence. Basically, if there is a violent crackdown by the Israeli authorities, or if there is an incident that escalates out of control, this could actually trigger more violence and an escalation in terms of the current situation. This is not necessarily the case. We actually believe that the situation is more likely to continue as it is, but I would say the risk is there, the risk of a miscalculation, let's say, on both sides.
Riccardo, the Middle East is your specific focus area. What do you think is the solution here? Is there anything that can be done to ease the tension?
In the short term, what we need probably is more diplomatic engagement by the main powers, namely, obviously, the United States, Europe, Russia, to defuse tensions in the area. What has been striking so far is the fact that the major powers, the major regional and international powers have been absent. They haven't really engaged much in the current situation, and we need more of this. We need more, let's say, effort to make sure that the situation remains under control. In the long term, obviously, the situation is more complex, and obviously there is no way of escaping the peace process. So basically relaunching and reviving the peace process between the Israelis and the Palestinians is effectively the only way forward going in the long term.
Riccardo Fabiani from the Eurasia Group, thank you.